Take your weapon. Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Hello gamers, back in Arena, favorite part of the game. I've had Traya for about 5 days now. So I've had some time to work with her and play with some comps. I'm going to go back and probably start with the most powerful comp of the Sith lead. Will probably be this team. This team in particular is the team I have most trouble with that's in our shard. He has a 6-star nest. It is nasty. He's built 305 speed. His Thrawn's like 300. So having Thrawn and Nest at that high speed, 2 of them, it's hard to beat. So, but they're not Sith. I am trying to find the best 5 Sith, all Sith. Okay, just want to go there. So this right here will probably be the strongest comp out there as far under a Sith lead right here. As you can see, I have Thrawn and I have Nest. I'm not using it. So go back up here. Before I acquired Traya, this is the team I was using to beat Traya. Worked well. Now that I have Traya, I moved on from that. These 2 teams right here, 2 strongest Sith teams overall, offense and defense. This team right here, I'm thinking would have the best defense. Of course, you're going to lose a lot of offense putting Savage in there, but his defense, especially at a good amount of speed where he can go and go, including all that team enhancement. So, and taking the Sith out, I ran this comp for 2 or 3 days. The offense was superb with this comp. I do have footage of me using my Sith Marauder battling this comp with Hodo. And the defense is not strong. I mow through him. But the offense. And you guys got to remember, it's not all about defense. Everybody's going to fall. Now, I'm not falling in the 30s or 40s. With the comp I'm running now, this one, I'm in middle teens. So, I know it's not the best comp, but it's all Siths. This comp is fun. Your Sass has to be the fastest. That is the purpose of her. TM enhancement. Plus her electrocute. She will one-shot a player or opponent with full health and full protection. I've got video of it. So, nasty. Okay, so that's how I've been running my teams. You won't see any video. I just put these up here to show you strongest, second strongest, third strongest, fourth strongest, especially on defense, and so on and so on. Now, this will be probably the weakest team. It's just you get a hold of Yoda. There's no taunt. You can just take Yoda, hold it out, and bam. That's what makes these 2 teams here strong. The taunt. So we're gonna go check out Sith Marauder. The first battle I tried to do Sith Marauder the fastest, just because I didn't want to move mods around. And remember, you gotta remember, guys, I play from a fun aspect. It's a game. I'm trying. It's fun, you know. So, anyways, from that aspect, Sith Marauder lead, it didn't work very well. I tried a few times, just got crushed. So, a team like this, most teams, and my battle strategy, you need 1 fast player. I have 1 fast set of mods right now, and then I have 3 sets of mods that are all in the 260 range. I call them my upper speed sets of mods, and then I have 1 defensive set of mods. And I'm going to come out with a mod video here soon, explain all that and how I set them up. And the way my mods set, I can move the mods from player to player. So, with that said, I had Sith Marauder fastest. It wasn't working well. I was like, you know what? I need a fast player. I went to Sion. I made my Sion 290. He went first, And at that speed, he's like a Vader. He's creating debuffs. He's creating TM. You want your all-hitter going first in my battle method, okay? So that worked really well. So I'll show you a battle with Sith Marauder going first. Put Sion in the lead and come back, and the team works amazing. It's a fun team. It's all Sith. It's the full try. That is my objective of being a Sith. I want to run all the try. Not Nest, not Thrawn. Okay, this doesn't work very well, but I try and try. I'm like, okay, realize, you know what? Gotta move the mods. But you can see he's going first. Just nothing there. Then his Sion goes first and starts doing exactly what I want to do. Even though he did feed my Nihilus TM, which is a drawback. Your Sion going first can feed the opponent's Nihilus TM. That's just RNG. The battles when I change Sion to the fastest, everything happens to work perfect, exactly how you want to see it. Sion goes, then he gets red buffed, then my Nihilus goes, drain forces everybody, and I almost have complete control in the beginning. All from changing my speed from Sith Marauder being fastest to my Sion being fastest. So I don't sit around and think about defense a lot, and I don't sit around and think about what's going to happen from the other team, because I'm an offensive. I play from an offensive perspective. So that's why a lot of times I will lag in defense. I do come back in this battle. Taking Thrawn out first, he is the spongiest. Plus it removes the fracture and it removes the TM enhancement from the team and protection. Now, all kind of things can happen here. I can start working on, in my opinion, Sion. If you get Sion before he held for hatreds, he's an easy kill. But you can be working on Sion and then he held for hatreds, and then you got to move on because you couldn't continue. So you get an Annihilate up now, and you have 2 taunts. Well, with ST, that much further down than Sion, and Sion much more dangerous than ST, you can move over and take out Sion. For sure, for sure. Way stronger opponent. Now you're down to 3. Now this is working, but it isn't working as I wanted to be. I do try to find the optimal method once I find the optimal comp. And remember, I've only had Trey 5 days, so I'm getting there. But as you can see, ST being worn down. That's all right. That's perfect person to be annihilated. I still have my Nihilus. As long as I can control his Nihilus, which I will do right now, keep his Nihilus isolated. Oh no, I went for the kill. I had a feeling I was going to go for the kill. He is already isolated. So now we'll move over to Nihilus, go back, isolate him. You can pretty much do auto mode right here, as I always say. Now see, I'll move back over to Traya. So I'm not going to kill Nihilus just pounding on him, but Traya alive. It doesn't happen to me. So I go remove Traya first. As you can see, I'm getting through Traya. Now Traya is removed. And now you're home free. You can take Nihilus out. Even if he was to annihilate me. And there's time right now. But pretty much, you can do basic hits right here. And just wait for the Annihilate to come up. This next turn, I've got a Drain Force. And I think I had Annihilate too, did I? It might have just been both now. Okay. So he's Drain Forced. If you pushed auto, game over. Now, this did win with my Sith Marauder first. It's not how I wanted to win. I want to be stronger up front and not lose my Sion that fast. So I'm going to go back and try this again. Now I think I will do a single hit here now because Sion's going to remove my potency up. Doesn't do any good. Exactly. Which last battle I did that first. Hoping maybe that will come in handy saving it. Move over to Thrawn. those kind of ways. You can remove the taunt, which you can now. Back over to Thrawn. And fractured my Sith Marauder. So this thing, ooh. But now you want to isolate. Now, I normally isolate Nihilus because it increases his cooldowns. And then I give the bonus to my Nihilus, which decreases. In the battle where I increase Sion's speed, I actually finally isolate Traya. And I noticed it worked really well. So, there's so many different ways you can play the game. I don't like to tell someone, this is the way to do it. If your method's working, do it. I like to present my methods. I'm just showing you guys, hey, I'm running Sith. The way I'm doing it wins, and it works. I'm sure there are many, many other ways to do it. I'm just doing it this way. Almost got Thrawn down. As I say that, Thrawn is down. Okay. Now, he held for hatred. No more. Don't go work on Sion. You're not going to get anywhere with it. You probably easiest go straight for ST. Out of the 4 left, believe it or not, he will be the easiest to take out. Unless you get an Annihilate, which I'm waiting to see which comes up here next turn. Remove a taunt. Now look at my side. Oh, my ST. Down for the count. I'm liking that, but my ST holds on. So, my Sion was annihilated. That's okay. I got annihilated. Now, decisions. Because you got 3 options here. You could Drain Force the whole team and save the Annihilate for his Nihilus. Hoping you can work through that. Because it does work out like that. I do it a lot. You could just remove the taunt and save the Drain Force. I don't recommend that. That's probably the worst of the 3 cases. Go ahead and annihilating his Sion. If you look over at his Nihilus, he is isolated. He's already going slower. That right there gives me confidence to go ahead and annihilate Sion. Yes, she just isolated me. Out of all the people she could isolate. That's alright. Now I can go isolate his. Oh, good stuff. Go back to ST. Like you see, he is squishy. He's squishier than them 2. My ST, he's not squishy. Check him out. But my ST also has 51% armor, 41% resist. I like my ST. I've built it really well. See about the protection? He has no protection. So what good does it do sticking 90,000 million Ks of protection on him when there ain't any more protection? But defense, armor, defense resist, armor resist later on in the battle is where it counts. Because protection is not playing. Alright, so you get the idea. Stop this. Now we're going to go check out how the battle goes when I put Sion the fastest. Okay, you couldn't ask for a better start, a better opening. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And all I did was change speeds. Made my Sion the fastest. And yes, he has 290 speed. Yeah, it's pretty nasty for a Sion. I'm happy to have him that fast. It did take those 2 pieces of gear 12. So, he can go first. It gets rid of the taunt immediately. It's already gone. Don't have to worry about it anymore. That's one great thing. Then after he goes, if RNG plays in your favor, your Nihilus will go next, which mine does, and Drain Forces the whole team. This is the start you are looking for. This is what Sion being the fastest will do for your team. But yes, it can play the other way. I don't think of that. I'm thinking of what I can get right here, right now, like this. Bam. Bam. All Drain Forced. And now I'm still in control. Now I could isolate his Nihilus, knowing he increases cooldowns. But I have not had a lot of exposure to isolating Traya. I don't know if I do it now, I may do it next move, but I'm starting to work on that pattern. That way I know she's not going to be isolating me, which is a big deal. If you know that you're in control of his Nihilus, and you're keeping him under the radar with his Annihilate, go ahead and isolate Trey. I would recommend it. I'm not sure if I do that right now. I may start off like this, or do I move over? So I haven't seen. I sit here thinking about it. I do it. I'm going to isolate Trey. I'm confident I'm going to keep his Nihilus under control. If you noticed, I waited to do Sith Marauder special. Or did I? I don't know. I didn't know the time as I was watching the Sion's turn meter. I still got potency. Let's find out right now. Anyways, still working on Thrawn. Here it goes. So I lose all that. Now would have been a time to use that special. So no, I did not. But it's not like it's doing that much anyways against another Traya team. His potency thing works great against Jedis. There you go. That's what I like about Sith Marauder. He does have a big hit, and when you want it, it will come right in. I mean, how much? And all in the same next few. Okay, so we've got. Oh, okay. He just lost. And this is a single hit. So 3/4 of health on Thrawn and a single hit from my Sith Marauder. Taken out. And immediately after, I'm set up for all three again. Now there's no reason to go do a Drain Force right now because well, there ain't a taunt set up. I can pick whoever I want to annihilate. Oh yes, you will go for their Nihilus. Because once you take that out, the battle is home free. Because you don't have to worry about being annihilated anymore. So this battle went really easy. Sion being the fastest worked beautifully. It's playing in my favor the whole way. Now, out of these three, now that the game has been this far through, I'd probably go for Traya and not Sion. I know Sion is going to hell for hatred soon. Now, Drain Forcing, he may not. And Traya will come back on her health so much. I've got footage of Sass getting Traya down to one red dot. Oh, and there it is again. See, so Sith Marauder does offer something. He has 2 kills in this battle. She has some half health, some protection. And he's going to use his special here. But he's taken out Thrawn, and he has taken out the leader. So there is what Sith Marauder can do for you in a battle. He's doing it. It's just not, it's not anything super special, but it's enough to where just his single hits are good enough to put him in the battle. 2 kills. 2 kills. So now you can go over and try on signs. I don't know where it's at. Maybe get lucky and slow him down. You can ability block him now. You can stun him now. I don't have any means of doing that. So yeah, he helps Rachel. Go over there and work on ST, and then wait for your Annihilate to annihilate Sion. That'd be my method right here. Yep. And you're gonna be you didn't have to Drain Force, gonna say, but it wouldn't matter. You're gonna annihilate Sion next turn. So beat on ST. Sion, your Annihilate comes up. Sion, game over. There you have it. I'm going to go over the mods of the team and how I've got them set up. We'll show you all that after this battle. For those of you who want to stick around. My next video, I will put Sass where Sith Marauder is, and I'm telling you, it works beautiful. It's nasty, and you don't fall. Sith Marauder is not dead. Sith Assassin is not dead. And then I'm going to put Yoda in that spot. So I've got the main 4. And it's just that one spot you can be swapping out, like in my old school Palpatine when I used to be Vader was always coming out. It's that position. Okay, let's check out the teams. Look at this. All pieces of gear. I needed these 2 on the right. That extra 12 speed is how I made him 290 speed. Plus, with all my fastest mods, minus 12 would be 290. 278. So, 290 is a great speed for your Sion. Hell, right there it is. 71k protection too. So, the way this is set up, I got primary protections. I definitely wouldn't argue offense in the primaries. I wouldn't argue crit chance in the primaries. But being a taunt, protection's not bad. Like I said, it wears off earlier. Or defense works well too. I just happen to have protection primaries. It wasn't what I was shooting for. It's just what's there. I was shooting for that 290 speed. Oh, there you have it. .48 armor, 28 resist. It's tough getting to 38 resist, but that is high armor. Him being semi-taunt, you want that. Look, 36 damage. I was shooting for the 4,000 range, and I had him close. But in this method with Sith Marauder, that wasn't the focus. Speed was. So we'll go over the mods really quick. I always try to get a secondary defense here in my primary. Depends who it is. 20 speeds. This is a great mod right here. Secondary defense, offense, and protection. Super, super mod. Another, see? So, there are many ways you can go in this. Like I said, I don't always agree with protection. But with Traya and it rebuilding up, it is there. But ST takes more hits than Sion does. So that's why I didn't concentrate so much protection on ST. Because I know it's going to get taken off. Sion's not taking as many hits. So having high protection in a Traya, it rebuilds. So that was my thinking for that. So lots of offense there and some little bit of defense. This is my slowest mod on the set. As you can see, secondary defense, offense, and speed. The main three that he would definitely want. Of course, again, offense would be good here. Crit chance would be good here. Protection is not a bad thing. It could be worse. It could be something like health. So, and then my fastest mod right here. Well, the circle is a 24 speed. Sorry about missing that, guys. That's where my fastest mod is on Sion. There's my 290 speed Sion. She is my second fastest. At first I didn't think her speed mattered, but the isolate and it's still, in my opinion, speed is the #1 secondary. So you can win without speed, but it gives you a great advantage. So I wanted her fast. I wanted her for 260, and I got it. Of course, she doesn't have a lot of protection or health or defense. She has one heck of a leader ability and a unique. So I'm not going to go have any of those mods, just showing you the speeds. I don't go into her offense, but definitely I wouldn't. A speed set, maybe crit chance with it would be good. If you can do all offense mods and I'll have them really fast, I would go that route, a whole offense set and crit chance. I don't have luck farming offensive mods. I've been doing it for a while. I haven't got anything over 10. So it just hasn't been my way to go. But if you can do that with offensive mods, offensive crit chance on her for sure. I just went speed, and I had certain speeds I was trying to get on each of my players. So sometimes the mods are what they are, because I got the speed range I was trying to get. You ain't first, you're last. Sith Marauder happens to be the same speed as my Trey, as you can see, 263. In the first battle, he was 290 or something. He doesn't need to be that fast. He ain't gonna. Now, if your other teammates are that fast, then sure. But as you can see, he doesn't need to go first. He didn't do anything. He worked great at this speed. I'm thinking all my Traya. So anyways, that is a good speed right there. I wanted the main three, or Traya, Sith Marauder. Not Nihilus, because he is my slowest. I wasn't concerned him, but I wanted him in the 260 speed range. That's what I was looking for. Of course, crit chance on him. As you can see, I've got crit chance. Offense and crit chance on him as well. Even some crit down. Now, he has high crit down, if you noticed. Is that triangle is 42% crit down. That was one that you can tell that I sliced. I didn't get a lot of speed out of it, but man, that crit down is nasty. So he's at 192% crit down. It's a good amount. Get his offense as high as you want. So on him as well, I would recommend, if you can do it, fast offensive mods and crit chance. It's what he would need to make him hit even bigger. So whenever his mods there, they're just what they were. There's an offense primary. Of course it's offense primary. I swear. I was talking to their mods. Anyways, 260 range was more what I was looking for versus offense. Speed usually is with me. Except on ST. Defense mods. All the way defense mods. But I did change his speed a little bit. He was down 110, 115 range. I felt if you could speed him up, he would move more. Of course he would. So it helps him to get back in that taunt mode. He's not sitting so much. 160k protection. Got lucky. Some of these are primaries some of these primaries are protection. 51% armor. 42% resist. In the end battle, as you can see, he held on, came back, and got back in the green. That was not because of a lot of protection. Primary protection in that arrow. You don't need speed there. I got speed in secondary, so bam, and some defense. As I said, I wanted some speed on him. I played around him at over 200 speed. It didn't seem to make a whole lot of difference, and he did seem a little spongier. So, there's another mod that, oh yeah, I'll compare them. So you lose 2 speed, you lose 10k protection, but you don't go up enough armor and resist, in my opinion, to lose 10k protection. So, I'm going for 10k protection. Just in that scenario. See, no speed is secondary whatsoever, and a primary defense. I wasn't concerned with the primary protection on him. Primary defense again, and good secondary defense. No secondary defense here. I normally would have that, but like I said, I'm trying to get him 150. When I find me a defensive mod with some speed and defense in the secondary, I will move to that. And last but not least, and I don't want him this slow, but like I said, I want whoever's in Sith Marauder's position, whoever's in Trey's position, of course, leader, and Sion. Those 3 I wanted over 260. So that is why I have Sion at 290, Trey at 260, Sith Marauder at 260. Those 3 positions are at 260 speed. I want my Nihilus right up there, but I would want him like 259 or at least 260 under all the other 261, 262s. But he is 244 because I ran out of mods. But if you could have your Nihilus the same speed as them, just a little, it would wreck it even more. I don't have the capacity to do that. That was my point. I would love my Nihilus faster, but I can't. But in my opinion, he needs to be the slowest. And or at least after who's creating the debuffs. Just my playing style. If you want him the fastest, go ahead. I showed you how it works. I just want him slower. Okay, so we'll go to his mods. I am working on getting up there, and once I said if I get him to those 260 range with everybody else, and your whole Sith team is at around 260, except the one fastest, we have a nasty Sith team. I don't worry, armor 41, 37. Those 2 pieces of gear 12 brought that up. He became super beast mode. 60k protection just came with the mods that I've got on there. I would probably like some defense, but nothing special on him. As you can see, 10 speed and 18 speed there. I did want some speed, but there's no defense in the secondary or anything. That's all right. He can't be too slow. 13 speed, no secondary defense. 13 speed, no secondary defense. But primary defense. And a 16 speed, no secondary defense. Nihilus, you don't need to be concerned with secondary defense. He tanks well. Putting him up there a little faster, I think, works better. Especially just under the rest of your comp. I like this team, as you can see. I don't think any of you watching are going to have this in your shard anywhere, and if you do, but I know I'm one of the only ones doing this. That's why I do what I do. Everybody else is running every other thing. I'm running the Tri. It's what it was meant for. When it's set up right, it works great. Okay, I've babbled quite enough. If you want to come ask me a question personally, come find me on Discord. I love to chat. Have a good day.
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.